Okay, so I am quite sure that everyone's parents has told like little white lies. Like I think they do it so they can like get us to behave, right? So like everyone's probably gotten the whole like you can't turn on the inside lights like in the car because it's illegal or it will like blind you or whatever. I got you beat on little white lies your parents tell. So like a week ago, I was baking a cake and my husband comes barreling down the stairs and I was like, I turned around, I was like, shh, and he's like, what? And I was like, you making all this noise, you're gonna make the cake fall. And he just looks at me and he's like, Haley, what did you, like what? And I was like, you can't bake a cake or anything like that with a lot of noise or you'll make it fall, like duh. And he's like, where did you even hear this? And I'm like, my dad has told me this my whole life. And he's like, well, your dad is lying. So I called my dad to confront him, like, is this a lie or isn't this a lie? Like what? So like ask him and he's like, no, it's totally true. Like if you make a lot of noise, your cake will fall. And so now I think it's a white lie, but then I'm uncertain. So I'm like still nervous to be loud, like when I'm baking something. All right, so what are we doing? We doing pan that face palette, and I'm never gonna get over how pretty this packaging looks. It's like minty green, but you can see that yellow shift. It's so pretty. Anyway, I'm never really quite sure like when to film or upload this, and so I don't know. Today is the 24th of May. Yes, today is the 24th. I don't know. You guys will see it sometime like this upcoming week, but I'm not exactly sure when. But it's been about like three, maybe closer to 4 weeks since I like last updated you on this. So this is our 2 month update, if I'm not mistaken. Because we had an intro and then a one, and then yeah, so two. But yeah. So before we get into it, let's roll the clip of what this was looking like last month. Okay, here's what my Pan That Face palette is looking like now after 2 months of usage. Oh, do you see some changes? I hope so. Okay, so we'll just start this way. Again, if you want like swatches and like a more like detailed look of this, I do swatch everything out in the intro video. And once I like refresh this palette, so like if I finish up this highlighter and we bring in a new highlighter, then I'll like re-swatch everything at that point. But just for now, if you're interested in all that, that's in the intro video. So these first two bronzers right here are both, again, from the Tarte Clay Play Face Palette Volume 1. I think that has been discontinued, so you can't get it anymore, but they had 3 bronzers in there. So this one was like the lightest warm tone one. This one was like a cool tone one, and then there was like a very, very dark one in there that I just had no use for, so I like decluttered that one. But I have been using this one quite a bit. I don't see any dip like in person. I don't think you guys are gonna see any dip. These are very like, not dark, but they're like super pigmented. So I just barely have to dip my brush in there and a little bit goes a long way. They blend out really nicely. So I like both of them. I have been favoring the warm tone one more than the cool tone. I haven't like tracked my usage. Maybe that would be like a good thing to start doing for each month. But I could tell you I've probably used the cool tone one less than 5 times. Like those marks on it that you can see, that's from when I like popped it out of its original packaging and kind of like accidentally dug my little tool into it. So there's that. No like real noticeable differences on those. The highlighter, however, so last time you guys saw it, it had a pretty good like sizable piece of pan on it, and so I had wanted to repress the highlighter, and so I did actually repress it and I re-hit pan on it. So I'm really happy. I think you can tell just how thin it is in the pan there. This is going to go by so quickly. Not that I think I'll have it done by the next month. I think honestly what's going to happen is I'll just continue to expand the pan here this next month on this, and then I'll have to repress it again, and hopefully that'll be the last time that I have to repress it. But I'm absolutely loving this highlighter. It is from Tarte as well, but it's from their Pro to Glow palette, where it was like the 4 highlighters and a bronzer and a cream bronzer. And so I think it was the shade Strobe. I'm fairly certain. But yeah, I love this. I wear it like every day. It layers so well with like all the other highlighters in my collection. So it's more of like a soft highlighter in my opinion. So that's why I like to layer it with other ones. And I'm just noticing that like my blush and bronzer doesn't look all that well blended out, but it's okay. It's okay. You don't come here for makeup tips. You just come here to watch me pan. So then this Tarte blush as well is in the shade Achiote. I can never remember like how to say that. I haven't really used this a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty proud of myself. I feel like, I don't know if you guys have ever been able to pick it up on camera, but like there is like on the Tarte blushes, there's like this little intricate like leaf printing. And I feel like most of that, other than like what's around the edges, basically everything in the center, that whole imprint has been worn away. So I'm really happy with that. I've just been I have a blush that's in like a BH Cosmetics palette that I feel like I could like finish off this year, and that would be amazing. And so I've just been really reaching for that one, and I haven't really been focusing on this one, but it's not that I don't like it. I do really like this. I think this is like the oldest powder blush in my collection, so that's why I have it in here. I really just, so I want to finish off the 2 bronzers and the highlighter. I just want to hit pan on this Tarte blush. And then this smaller peachy blush is from Ofra. And I think where this came from was I got one of those like holiday release palettes from Ofra where they had like maybe like 2 highlighters, some eyeshadows, and some blushes in there. I'm fairly certain that's where this came from. Now, the blush brush that I use takes up like the whole pan of this, so I think we're just like kind of evenly wearing down the pan on it. In person, I can see like a little bit of a dip, but I just don't know how well that's going to translate on camera. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. So as soon as I hit pan on this or finish off any of the other 4 products, then I'll bring something else in to like replace it, and we'll just continue on with like this build your own kind of face palette, because I have so many like blushes and highlighters especially in my collection, and I find that this is like a really good way to keep me focused. Sorry that like the packaging keeps having the glare on it, but I am really enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun. I think, yeah, the highlighter obviously is going to be the first thing to go. And I think honestly by the end of the summer months, so like around August, we'll have it finished. But that's it. Short, sweet, to the point. Nothing else I can really tell you. So hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.